Hello everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Today we are here to discuss about how to design a human detection robot using Arduino. So without any delay, let's get into the topic. Firstly, to design any robot, we need to know the requirements of that product. So first we'll discuss about the components we used here. So we have used an Arduino Uno, a PIR sensor, that is a human detection sensor, and two gear motors, one motor driver, that is L293D, and a buzzer and a 9-volt battery. We also discussed the circuit connections, the code used for it, and the applications in this PPT. So first, we'll know about the components used. The first component we used here is Arduino Uno. It is a microcontroller board based on the Atmega 328P. It has 14 digital I/O pins, out of which 6 are PWM pins and the other 6 are analog inputs. It also consists of a USB connector, a power jack, and a reset button. It contains everything needed to support the microcontroller. Simply connect it to the computer with a USB cable. Now, we'll discuss with the second component we use here is a PIR sensor. This is the main component for this robot, and it is a human detection sensor which detects the human. This PIR sensor uh, allows you to sense motion. Uh, it is always used to detect whether a human has moved in or out of the sensor range. They are small, inexpensive, low power, and easy to use. So, for this reason, they are commonly used in appliances and gadgets used in homes or business. These are often called passive infrared or pyroelectric sensors. Now, let us know how this PI sensor works. This sensor uses a pair of pyroelectric sensors to detect heat energy in the surrounding environment. These two sensors sit beside each other, and when the signal differential between the two sensor changes, that is, when a person enters the room, then the sensor will engage. That is, when a human enters the range of the PIR sensor, it detects the pyroelectric sensors sitting beside each other, detects the radiation emitted by that human body, and then the sensor will be active, so that the buzzer connected to it will uh, connected to the sensor will become active, so that the buzzer becomes on. That is, this sensor recognizes infrared light emitted from nearby objects. So these are often called PIS, passive infrared sensor, or pyroelectric sensors. Now the next component used here is a gear motor. This gear motor is used to rotate the wheel in whichever direction we need by taking the input from the motor driver. So the next component here is motor driver. We use the motor driver L293E for our project, and this motor driver consists of overall 16 pins, out of which 4 are inputs and 4 are outputs and 4 grounds, and 2 enables and 2 supply pins. These 4 input pins are connected from Arduino pins, and the outputs are connected to gear motors, and 2 enables are always kept high, and the supplies are one connected to the Arduino and the other is connected to the 9-volt battery. Now this motor driver has to move forward and backward, so this operation can be done by using this table. That is, when the input 1 and 3 are kept 1, and input 2 and 4 are kept low, then it moves the forward. And when the input 1 and 3 are kept 0 and the input 2 and 4 are kept 1, then it moves backward. If all the inputs are kept 0, then the motor will stop. Here we have discussed about all the components used. Now we need to connect these components in a correct manner to complete our project successfully. So here we'll quickly discuss about the circuit connections. We have used an Arduino Uno, a USB cable, and a PIR sensor, two gear motors, a motor driver, a buzzer, and a 9-volt battery. This PIR sensor has three pins, that is one supply, one ground, and the other is output. So the ground is connected to the Arduino ground pin, and the supply pin is connected to the Arduino supply pin, and the output is connected to one of the pin, that is 8th pin of the Arduino. And this buzzer is connected to the Arduino pin, and the inputs for this motor driver are taken from the input Arduino pins, Arduino 4 pins, and the outputs of this motor driver are connected to two are connected to one gear motor, and the other two are connected to one other gear motor, and the supply is given to 9-volt battery, and the other supply is given to the Arduino. Now we have discussed about the circuit connections, and now we have to declare these pins and initiate these pins in our code. So here if we observe, we are declaring to which pins the components are connected. So in sensor request state, that is sensor pin is connected to the 8th pin of Arduino, and in state value are always kept initially kept high, and the buzzer pin is connected to 7th pin of Arduino. Now now this the pins used here should be declared as input or output. So we are declaring these as input or output. The sensor is the input for Arduino because it senses from the outer conditions and it gives input to Arduino. And the buzzer, by taking the input from the sensor, it gives the Arduino gives output condition. The output, the Arduino gives commands to buzzer to be active or low. So buzzer is output. And the 2, 3, 4, 5 pins of Arduino, that is, these are connected to motor driver as input. So these are outputs, these acts as outputs for Arduino. And the other 12 and 11 pins are enables. Those also acts as outputs for Arduino, and these should be always kept high. So we are using digital write command to keep them high by giving 1. Now coming to the loop, firstly we need to check the value of firstly we need to read the sensor value. So we are reading that value by using digital read command and storing that in a variable val. So if we check that value, if it is high, that is when a human enters, that is a human is entered. Now we have to check whether there is a motion or not. So if state equals to low, then there is motion. So the robot will move forward by, so to move forward should move forward. So to move forward, we have to give the input conditions for motor driver as by keeping 2 and 4 as high and 3 and 5 as low, so that the motor robot will move forward, and at the same time the buzzer should be active. So we are writing digital write buzzer comma high. And now if the or else if state equals to high, that is no motion is detected, then the robot detected, then the robot should move backward. So to move backward, we have to give input conditions for motor driver as 2 and 4 as low and 3 and 5 as high, and at the same time the buzzer should be low. So digital write buzzer comma low. And this is all about the code. Now we have discussed about the components, the circuit connections, and the code for it, for the working of the robot. We have learned about all this. Now we have to know the applications, that is where this robot is used. This can be used at the time of natural calamities to save the lives of humans. Instead of humans going and rescuing other humans, we can send human detection robots so that that robots can detect then can rescue the human in risk. And this can also be used to detect the humans in the vehicle, so that by using human detection robots in vehicle, we can reduce the risk of human loss. And these are also used for security purpose in the jewelry shops, museums, etc. Now, in this PPT, we have discussed about the human detection robot and its working and the components used and their applications. Now, it's your time to extend this human detection robot for any other application. By adding other sensors like ultrasonic sensors, temperature sensors, etc. So that by adding the other sensors, you can increase the application areas of this project. Hope you'll try your best. Thank you.